Good morning. This morning we are reading from Quantum Life by Saint Germain, channeled by Barbara Volkman, chapter 6, and it's called Understanding Multidimensionality. So here we go. Chapter 6, Understanding Multidimensionality. Beloved hearts, so far you've had a good idea of how the universe works and how it responds through you and your personal energy. Now we're going to clarify a little more about the concept of multidimensionality, which most people still don't understand or think isn't possible or doesn't exist. Multidimensionality is nothing more than different levels of consciousness and their action and mastery over the mind. Currently, you, my dear children, occupy the dimensional range of the third and the fourth dimension, which corresponds to the physical material level, 3D, and the astral, 4D, which embraces your energetic and mental, emotional bodies and also your dreams. The latter, 4D, is often not even recognized by people as such. In all, in this creation, we have 22 dimensional levels, each of which represents a step of conscious evolution and spiritual purification that every divine spark must seek and will one day reach. As you advance in your level of awareness about yourself and the workings of the tool, mind, demonstrating your mastery over your creations and thoughts, each being of light is climbing its path of peaceful and loving union with the whole and begins to ascend the steps of universal dimensional consciousness. The more we expand here on Earth, the more we are also advanced in our spiritual progress within multidimensionality. The whole universe is multidimensional. The planet you live on is a multidimensional. And what does that mean? That in addition to you, the planet is also home to other subtle realities, which you cannot yet access because of the consciential limitations you are still in. What does that mean? I'll explain. In the same environment where you are now, there are other realities manifesting in higher dimensional layers. That's right, there are other beings of light, much higher, subtler, and more conscious, sharing the same space as you on other levels of consciousness. Just as there are also less elevated beings in the mental domain who inhabit the planet's energy field, whether they are negative or not. And this happens all over the universe. But how is that possible? It's simple. We're talking about God and His complete and perfect conscious dominion over the universe. And for God, everything is possible. The possibilities are infinite. Every atom, every divine spark must go through this process of consciential evolution because this is the natural movement that governs the universe and contributes to the expansion of the whole of God's consciousness. So even with the vastness of the universe, we have countless divine beings evolving simultaneously on different levels with different lessons and roles to fulfill, according to their evolutionary background. And since God's evolution plans are infinitely diverse, space optimization is necessary because everything is absolutely useful and functional within creation. Of course, for your planet, there are dimensional limitations due to the planet's current energetic vibration. Currently, the planet accommodates third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and even eighth dimensional beings, as well as even higher beings from 11th to 13th, who come to Earth to work for the collective development of humanity incarnated in materiality. The higher the being, the less material they become in their incarnations, because they have come to understand the concept of multidimensionality, so their reality doesn't need to be materially tangible for them to live their experience and evolve. The higher the being, the more conscious, the more loving, the more connected to the whole, the more useful they are in their service of doing good and spreading the light. The greater their mastery over the mental tool and, consequently, over the creation of their reality. For you to understand this, it is not necessary to see with your small physical eyes, limited by the unconscious control of the mind. You just need to believe it. Because, as our beloved Master once told us, there is much more between heaven and earth than meets the eye. And in my Father's house there are many mansions. The blind are those who need to see in order to believe, because their mind controls them and believes that only material reality exists. Therefore, how can we explain the dear mediums who, because they already have a certain degree of spiritual openness, are able to see the subtlest realities, such as those who not only see, but speak, listen, write, and learn from spirits? Do we call them all crazy and then return centuries back in evolutionary time? From the moment we have ultra-modern cell phones, which connect via electromagnetic waves, exchanging information at the last second with the world, when we have atomic bombs capable of collapsing the entire planet, we no longer have the possibility of denying multidimensionality, because all these technologies work through it. It is no longer possible to deny the reality that surrounds us if we enjoy its benefits every day. So you have to start considering new possibilities for seeing reality, because they really do exist. Or where do you think you are going when you dream? Or when you do a conscious projection meditation? As I said at the beginning of this chapter, dimensions are levels of consciousness. It is possible to project your consciousness and access multiple dimensions, talk to beings of light, access past experiences from all your incarnations, historical events, download any information, and once we tune our personal energy to the electromagnetic field of the information, we are able to receive it. Do you realize what a powerful possibility for accelerating your evolutionary process, the understanding of multidimensional reality and not just physical reality, presents to you? This is a great opportunity to make a leap in your evolution, leaving the limited 3D and 4D reality to access the new consciential level of your spirit, the 5D reality, the power of consciousness over oneself, which the planet will also begin to vibrate in the coming years, as we will talk about later. Beloved, I am Saint Germain. And this is the end of chapter 6 of Quantum Life, Understanding Multidimensionality.